Hello again, and welcome to the latest bulletin from Haverhill UK News, brought to you by Haverhill TV. In the news for today, Tuesday, September the 11th, as a public meeting votes almost unanimously for a towaway system to stop illegal parking in Haverhill High Street, a councillor warns it would brand Haverhill the worst town in Suffolk. As cash from Bury for Haverhill's Christmas lights comes to an end, how much is the town now losing out on? And could you give a home to a lonely little amphibian who has lost his way? Haverhill would be branded the worst town in Suffolk if a towaway company was employed to strike at random to stop illegal parking in High Street. That was the view of the chairman of Haverhill Safer Neighbourhood team, Councillor Tim Marks, expressed in dismissing the idea at a public forum last night, during which residents voted almost unanimously in favour of towaway. The idea had been put forward by Town Councillor Brian Hawes, who told Councillor Marks he had no right to sweep aside what the public of Haverhill had shown so overwhelmingly they wanted. But Councillor Marks had support from the town mayor, Councillor Pat Hanlon, who said a towaway scheme would destroy all the efforts being made to bring bigger and better shops to the town. Councillor Marks said people would go absolutely anywhere else to shop rather than Haverhill, and it would ruin the town. But Councillor Hawes said it would encourage shoppers to come rather than drive them away if they knew they could walk down the street in safety. During a fiery meeting, Haverhill senior policeman Inspector Peter Ferry faced fury from many residents about the inability of police to prevent the illegal parking, and against his stated wishes, the issue was retained as a policing priority for the next 3 months. People attending Sunday's car boot sale on the recreation ground, on one of the hottest days of the year, had an extra sideshow when a helicopter landed nearby. The Essex Air Ambulance was called out during the morning after a member of the public was taken ill at the event, but in the end she was taken to hospital by land ambulance, and the helicopter departed unused after having provided an added attraction for half an hour. Councillors are to establish how much Haverhill has lost in cuts by St Edmundsbury Borough Council over the past 3 years, after they were told the latest grant to go will be the £10,000 towards the town's Christmas lights. Officers of St Edmundsbury had informed Haverhill Town Clerk Will Austin the grant would cease after this year's £10,000. Outgoing Town Mayor Councillor Maureen Byrne has handed over £2,060 raised during her year of office for her 2 chosen charities, St Nicholas Hospice and the Breast Unit at West Suffolk Hospital. The new Mayor, Councillor Pat Hanlon, has chosen the National Autistic Society Suffolk branch as his charity and is setting about fundraising now. And finally, can you give a home to Mr T, a lost terrapin? Haverhill policeman PC Ryan Wilson came across Mr T on the road at Stradishall and thinks he is either lost or has been dumped. He hopes to find Mr T's owner, but if not, to pass him on to a good new home. Mr T needs a very specific environment, so PC Wilson will be vetting anyone who wants to take him off his hands. Sport. And Haverhill Rovers enjoyed another useful win on Saturday, 1-0 away at Thetford. Manager Peter Betts was again very pleased with their performance.
Yeah, it's really pleasing. Thetford's a hard place to go. They've not been too bad at home this season, but we performed really well.
And that's all for today, but join us again on Friday and keep up to date at www.haverhilluk.co.uk or follow us on Twitter. Meanwhile, here is the weather for the rest of the week.